Hey guys, what's up here with a video on the current state of Lee Sin. Lee Sin has been one of, if not the top junglers for a long time. He's also received his fair string of nerfs, and with 4.13 removing his attack speed debuff, I wanted to address his position and give my opinions on how he's changed and where he stands. So Lee Sin has always been about destroying the early game with unparalleled playmaking abilities. He then used this to snowball games and close them out before he started to fall off later on. He excelled at ganking, fighting the enemy jungler and controlling the jungle objectives. But that was Lee Sin in the past. He has since received big nerfs to his shield in the duration, the activation and the cooldown, and the attack speed debuff on his E has been removed in patch 4.13. So where does this put him? What does this mean for jungle Lee Sin? Well, Lee Sin is still Lee Sin. It's still possible to wreck face when playing him and control the flow of the early game. His fundamentals are still intact to that extent. However, he now has some downfalls and areas where he can struggle in. If you fail to snowball a game as Lee Sin, then you're going to be in a really sour spot. The utility removal from his E devalues him significantly in teamfights, making it hard for him to cripple the enemy carries or even peel. The nerf to his shield, where you don't get it if you're ward hopping and you have an inflated cooldown, make insect plays a whole load more risky and difficult to execute. It's definitely still possible though and worth doing, but once you've done it, you're pretty much very vulnerable. The attack speed debuff removal from his E previously mentioned has also made Lee kinda shaky in skirmishes with certain enemy junglers. One of the reasons why he was so good at fighting opponents and had so few bad matchups was because not only did he have loads of damage himself, but he also reduced the enemy's damage with his cripple. Now, especially the auto-attack reliant junglers actually really hurt Lee and can even beat him in most situations, especially before level 6, such as Nocturne, Master Yi, and Xin Zhao. Against such champions, he definitely needs to be careful when setting up ganks and making plays, because he can't just exert his presence wherever he pleases, because if he tries to and he runs into those junglers, they're going to beat the crap out of him. A small thing to note as well is the price increase of the machete that happened a few patches ago, meaning that you can only buy 4 health potions instead of 5. This change actually hurt Lee Sin as well, because not only does he tend to eat through a whole bunch of potions in his first clear, he, as with all the aggressive junglers, also is susceptible to taking high amounts of damage early on, as he is making plays and being aggressive. This means that obviously in order to stay healthy, you're going to need more health potions, and now that you can only buy 4 instead of 5, this hurts him. The bottom line is how I mentioned before. He is still Lee Sin and you can still play him and have fairly decent success. But he is much more punishing now and leaves you wondering why you'd risk picking him over a mechanically simpler champion that can put up the same results but much more reliably and with much less effort. So those are my opinions on the nerfs of Lee Sin over the recent patches, and like I say, I'm not saying Lee Sin is dead. If you enjoy playing Lee Sin, by all means pick him, you'll still have a lot of success, but to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily even recommend playing him if you're really tryharding for that elo, because you'll probably be much more consistent in your results if you pick someone that is easier to play with less mechanical risk. But thanks very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe for me for more educational League content with a bit of entertaining stuff on the side as well. You can leave a comment asking me some questions and I'll try to get round to answering a few of those. If you want to follow me, you can find me on my Facebook and my Twitter, and also catch me streaming on Twitch as well. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day and I will see you in my next video.